Wow, we
What
are
you were saying
live.
earlier is really funny, Dylan. Really hilarious.
I know, man. We are live by the miracle of the internet. Deej, you look great, man. Don't need to check yourself on your phone.
Eh, it's the seeing yourself in reverse thing. I'm thrown for a loop. I can't do this. I'm an idiot. Anyway,
Do you have one way that you normally swoop it?
I've begun committing to one. I used to just go back and forth all the time. After I saw La La Land, like everybody else, of course, we all wanted that part that was like right here because Gosling basically was doing like a middle part. That guy was just reinventing the game. But yeah, I used to go back and forth, but now as I get old, I don't have a good side, but I have like a better side.
Is that more common than I think we realize, Dave? Because our good buddy Klein, friend of the program, one day he decided to go oppo. He brushed it
Yeah.
oppo, and he went out like that. And we were all like, "Oh my god, I can't believe this guy brushed his hair the opposite way from than how he usually does it." And we were freaking out.
People
Way I
still
think-
talk about it.
The way I think of it, it's like rotating your mattress. You ever rotate your mattress?
No,
You don't rotate your mattress?
do I need to?
Oh, buddy, you got to rotate your mattress. That way, you can recommend rotating your mattress to people. That then it can be like a thing that you do, and you're the I rotate my mattress guy. You're supposed to. I don't know how often you're supposed to do it, but you're supposed to rotate your mattress. And I'll tell you what, that first night on the freshly rotated mattress kind of hits. It feels a little different.
I honestly didn't know that. I mean, I rotate tires. I didn't know a mattress rotation was a thing.
See, that I don't do. Just mattress.
Man, maybe I need to brush my hair the opposite direction, just to keep it guessing. You know.
I'd posit most just do one. I think that I'm probably in the minority for sometimes mixing it up.
Hey, Parks wants to say hi to everybody real quick. Say hi, buddy.
Hi.
Hey, Parks.
He said hi to y'all already, but not to the listeners or viewers, I guess, in this case. I don't sleep on a futon, Parker Robles.
Not
Hey.
with that attitude.
Man, speaking of futons, I think it's about time to
Ooh,
crack a Vizzy Hard Seltzer. It's the only hard seltzer with superfruit acerola, as you guys are aware. But let's just talk about the vibe. Keeping the vibe going is essential. And this summer, Vizzy is passing the summer vibe to you. All summer long, you can grab a can of Vizzy Hard Seltzer and visit VizzyHardSeltzer.com/wash to enter your info for a chance to instantly win a $20 prepaid card that can be used toward Vizzy. When you pass on the vibes to your friends, even if you don't win instantly, you can enter the sweeps for a chance to win 500. I'm sorry.
I just wanted to interrupt with the fresh crack.
Okay, I'll allow it. Listen to this, Dylan. You're not going to believe it. A chance to win $599 that can be used towards Vizzy for an entire year. It passes the vibe check year round with its bold, delicious fruit flavors. Excuse me. You got mango, pineapple, mango, black cherry, lime, strawberry, kiwi. I'm doing one of the lemonades right now, peach lemonade. It's probably my favorite, that and watermelon lemonade. But they've got the mimosa. Dylan, are you doing the mimosa right now?
This is my first ever mimosa strawberry orange. And buddy, let me tell you, it's fantastic. Less than 1 gram of sugar? That's a shock. Wow.
I don't get it.
Delicious.
I don't know how they do it. Pass the summer vibe with Vizzy. Here's how to get yours and keep the summer vibes going. Go to VizzyHardSeltzer.com/washed to enter for a chance to win. That's VizzyHardSeltzer.com/washed. No purchase necessary. Ends August 15th, 2022. All 50 U.S. states and D.C. 21 and older. Void where prohibited. For rules, visit VizzyHardSeltzer.com/pass the vibes. Scanning product is optional. They don't make them like that anymore.
boys, I'm embarrassed. I ran clean out last night, actually. I drank my final Vizzy, and 10 minutes before we began this, I was like, I just remembered I polished off my final Vizzy lemonade. I was also doing the lemonade last night. Went to a nice little comedy show, got back, had been sucking on beers and scotch, and I was like, you know what? I'm going to finish the night with a nice water.
Beer, scotch, and Vizzy.
Yeah.
Jeez. The
that-
Trinity.
Yeah.
This guy.
Just that
Wow.
extremely sane group of drinks.
Was it a good show? That's one of your favorite comedians, if not your favorite.
Yeah, man, it's weird. I love Tim Heidecker, but I only really know his solo stuff. Like, I did not watch Tim and Eric, know very little about it. I know some of his music, but I just really like that one special that he put out in 2020 where he intentionally bombs and does the worst set anyone's ever done. And he did that character last night, and it was just so funny being a vaccinated person in a room full of vaccinated, masked people, like booing the vaccine as part of this like character that he does. It's just absolutely unhinged.
Yeah, that sounds a lot like when I saw Wings. I saw Paul McCartney with Wings, and I had no clue about his back catalog with the Beatles. It was
That's
a pretty
right.
wild time.
Yeah, you were a Linda guy, right? You were really going for her, and you're like, "Who's this? Who's this other long-haired person on stage?"
Who's this bloke?
Yeah, who's the one that won't stop talking, man?
Yeah, Deej, we're trying out some British lingo right now.
Sweet, I like that.
Inspired by a little Love Island UK. We had a question about it on today's episode, so we're testing a few things out, and we've been absolutely buzzing all day about it.
I love that.
It's pretty mental.
Me and Pete have been using we've been using chunking a lot. That means to mess something up. Like, you really chunked it on that one.
Okay.
And
okay.
We've started to say, I'll use this in a sentence. I'm so mad I ran out of Vizzies. Would have loved to go glug on one with you boys.
Oh, glug.
Yeah.
That's an underused word for sure.
Yeah. We've been going glug on whatever we happen to be drinking. So,
and of course, if you drink maybe perhaps one too many Vizzies, you get pissed.
That's
so I'm hoping to not get pissed tonight, as I may just have one or two Vizzies. So
I like that. Yeah, don't get pissed.
Yeah. So if y'all are new here and you don't know who this gentleman is joining Dylan and I, it's DJ Bean of the Brunch Podcast. It's always best to intro the guest 7 minutes in. That's what I've often said.
That's 7 minutes earlier than we typically introduce our guests. So very good job.
By the way, man, DJ, hey, I guess you didn't get the memo about your Rowback Bluebonnet polo shirt that Jake and I are both wearing. So I guess you dropped the ball on that one too, my friend.
So I have chunked this every which way. I don't have Vizzy. I was wondering, like, hey, what am I going to wear to this thing? Don't just throw anything on. A few minutes later, don't look now. Deej is wearing a Celtics t-shirt.
Yeah, we wore these to the studio today together, and I ended up changing so we could look a little different on the video. But here we are, still wearing the same shirts.
They're very good shirts.
They're great shirts, but Dylan was so quick to change. Like, he didn't even want it up for argument. He was like, I'm not wearing the same shirt as this schmuck.
Wow.
Well, he tries to swagger jack me all the time, and frankly, I'm sick of it.
What you should have done is, so you're not wearing the same exact thing, you should have jersey swapped.
We chunked it, didn't we?
Yeah, you chunked it on that one.
Yeah.
You could have been in the same situation, except with the other one sweat on you a bit. So
we've been there.
Next time.
We have.
Hey, I know it's Shark Week and everything, but if you guys don't mind, can I indulge y'all, or can y'all indulge me in a tweet, a little game called Good or Bad Tweet? Let's just pull it up here. It's from the King, Richard Petty, and it's his favorite sandwich. It is a pepper and mayonnaise sandwich, and a lot of people are chiming in on this. I don't know if you guys have any thoughts, if you've ever had a pepper and mayonnaise sandwich yourself, if that's a regional thing. I don't know. Thoughts?
Is this a real thing? This is real?
It does appear to be. Yeah.
It's verified, so it has to be.
Yeah, I was going to say.
There is so much pepper on this sandwich. So much.
It's the sneeziest sandwich ever made.
Right. That legitimately looks terrible. I'm not a mayonnaise guy. I'll tell you what. I've been known to head over to Wendy's and tell them, if you're going to be giving me a chicken sandwich, why don't you make it spicy? So I'll roll the dice. I'll play with the big dogs on that one, but I don't think I'm doing that much just black pepper. So it's going to be a no from me, dog.
Man, have you ever heard of the bread sandwich, DJ?
I knew it.
Is that give it to me. What is that?
So this is brought to us by our good friend of the program, Dan Regester. In his poor college guy days, he would make what he called a bread sandwich, which is two regular pieces of bread on the outside. On the inside is one toasted piece of bread to give it a little texture when you bite into it.
Holy,
Three pieces of bread.
It's a texture play, DJ.
It's a texture play. Yeah, I mean that's what he's going for here.
play. Oh man, I mean, I'm just thinking of like the poor food that I would eat as a college student, but just that much bread. How do you feel after just eating a bunch of bread? And I know that like I saw Chris Gethard recently, and he was talking about the old school like food pyramid, and I forget how much bread we were supposed to consume a day, but they used to tell us. I wanted to say it was like 10 slices of bread we were supposed to have a day, or something outrageous like that. It
feels like too much bread, is what you're trying to say.
I mean, if I have one sandwich in a given day, and I don't want to force my iconic eating habits on anybody, but if I have a sandwich in a day, that's for me, bread's over the rest of the day. Yeah. You can't do more than two, or at least personally, I'm not doing more than 2 slices of bread.
I totally agree.
Smart
sometimes
guy.
as I near the end of my sandwich, I'll start to like peel off corners of the bread just so my like last couple bites is just like all meat and cheese or whatever else I have on there.
Oh, that's
I feel
smart.
like I'm doing my body a service, but I'm really not.
That's very smart.
The bread sandwich, frankly, is too much bread.
It's overdone on one ingredient.
The only ingredient.
Hey, DJ, Dylan's so into this British terminology bit that he ordered fish and chips at lunch today. That's a true story.
Whoa.
I actually did. That's true. Yeah.
Nice. Sweet potato fries, but that's fine.
Not bad for Austin, Texas, in a completely empty restaurant. Not bad.
I was going to say, I've been to Austin. I don't know if I'm allowed to say many a time, but I've been to Austin enough times that I'm questioning whether I can say many a time. I've never thought like, what's the fish situation down there? The Northeast is very stuck up about fish there versus every place else. I can't really tell a difference, but
we have one or two respectable seafood places in Austin, but Austin obviously not known for its seafood. So yeah, get that elsewhere would be a safer bet probably.
I feel like it's all redfish. Redfish is the official fish of like fish tacos, things of that nature.
Nice.
Yeah.
Speaking of food, you guys want to rate some charcuterie boards?
I would like to.
Okay.
Let's leg it.
We got.
You know what that is, Dylan?
Leg it?
You know what it means to leg it?
I don't.
It means to hurry up. So I interrupted us from doing it by telling us
mansplaining.
Yes, so mansplaining what legging it is. A British term to you.
I think he just took the piss out of you.
So yeah. So what do you say? Do you say like taking the piss? Do you say you probably say saws a bunch?
Taking the piss and getting pissed are two different things, right? From what I understand.
Taking the piss is screwing around, is making a joke. Getting pissed is getting drunk. Ellie Goulding once said saws to Pete because she cyberbullied him. Other than that, I think leg it might be
all right.
The last thing I know.
I'm gonna look into it for sure.
All right, so the submissions were popping. If your board doesn't make it, I apologize. We got way more than I thought we would. People will just have these photos ready to rock as soon as we say we're doing Shark Week. So let's start off with one. This is from – go ahead, Dylan.
We provide commentary, and then we pick a winner at the end, right? We don't, like, rate it as we go. It's been a while since we've done this. I needed a refresher.
Right. And I hate to come out of the gate hot, but this one's got a pretty good chance. Let's get it here.
Whoa.
This was pretty tasty, man. The person who submitted this put a lot of time into it.
Dang.
It's pretty professional.
Did Will take this picture?
Yeah, what are you working with?
I don't know, man. Somebody's got like the high-def camera or whatever, probably working on Web 3 or whatever.
I think it's from Lori Patterson.
That's what it looks like. Yeah. Lori Patterson has mad skill.
It checks out. No, for real. Let's do a real one here. This is a winner right here. Look at that.
Whoa.
Okay. I'm
This
really
is a
hoping you
spread.
don't get. I wouldn't recognize a repeat image if I saw one. I don't think, since it's been so long. So hopefully no one tries to sneak one in on us for the second time. Okay. You know, I like my charcuterie board all on one board. If I'm being honest here, this is quite the spread. But it's I see one board technically.
I mean, what I like is that's like a meat and potatoes. I know there was no potatoes on that charcuterie board famously, but that's like a meat and potatoes charcuterie situation. It's not too posh. It's not trying to be all prim and proper. It's like, you know what? You want meats and cheese. Here's a table. We're going to toss some meats and cheese there. And also there's butter.
Hey, DJ, I don't know if you've been listening to much Circling Back in the last couple of days.
Actually, yeah, I had to turn an episode off because
okay,
you guys were talking about, I was like going in and out of listening, and it seemed like somebody was telling like a sex story, and I was like, oh, out.
Yeah.
It's not what I want for my boys.
Wow, okay. But what I was going to tell you is that we have kind of latched on to you and Pete's use of famously. And we and as we famously do, we've begun running it into the ground. So
it's
that's
dead.
exactly what we've done with it too.
Sorry, to DJ and Pete.
Yeah, one episode, I think we'd said it a couple of times, and then it's like with anything. Like once something becomes something you notice, you're like, okay, well, this is all we're going to do for the next. Pete and I riffed on, we did our favorite pop songs of the last decade, and we were like, we're going to post them, but we want to know what yours are too. And then Pete, I don't know if he didn't hear me or something, but he was like, yeah, and let us know what yours are. So just like comment what yours are. So then for just a few minutes, we just kept explaining that we wanted to see what theirs were. That's how you podcast, I think, right? Yeah.
Oh my God.
All right, let's go to board number 2 here.
Ooh.
This is more traditional. Heavy on the vegetables. Dylan, what are your thoughts, knee jerk?
Yeah, I don't need 3 different places for carrots. It's too much. That's too much real estate devoted to a very mid vegetable.
Of course, you're not a carrot guy. You're not a carrot guy, famously.
Famously don't like carrots. Famously hate celery. Don't understand why celery is even a thing at all. There's a lot going on here. I'm just trying to take it all in. I love the multi-tiered board up top, by the way. That's a nice touch. It's a nice touch.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. Honestly, I think that the circular board should be the only thing we're seeing right here. I think that the distribution there is great. And obviously, I don't know, you'd probably need to throw some carrots, some celery on there to keep everybody happy. But I think the distribution here is weird, especially that it seems there's a meats and cheese board and then there's a vegetable board. But then what's it doing? You got a couple of meats that, what did they just like sneak out of the club? They got onto that one. So distribution leaves something to be desired. Other than that, I too think that it's an architecturally sound production. I like the apricots there. Famously, apricots underrated. If any of you haven't heard of apricots, don't sleep on them.
I think I like the idea of this board more than I do the actual board, if that makes any sense. I think it does.
It does. Big time.
If I look shocked, it's because my son right here just dropped some serious dinosaur knowledge on me. I'm stunned. What's the name of the dinosaur? Patagodan. Weighs the equivalent of 12 African elephants. So there you go.
Wow.
Patagodan?
Say it out loud. What's the name of the dinosaur? Patagodan.
Dinosaurs named their kid Patagodan?
Take that to your next dinner conversation.
This is getting out of control.
Minds. Wow.
Yeah. Okay.
Where won't we go?
All right, here we
That's
go.
funny.
Coming in real hot. Board number 3.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Dylan, I know you like what you see in the middle there.
Look at the hollowed out pineapple. Like, come on. No one's doing that. You think they swing, Dave?
I was trying to think, like, the traditional thought is that the upside down pineapple is the sign for swinging. I don't know what the hollowed out charcuterie pineapple means, but it can only be something a little bit more reckless in the bedroom.
How was the camera facing when this picture was taken? There could have been some rotation thing that was lost in translation. They could be screaming a message at you right now, and we could be missing it.
As aesthetically, this scratches an itch for me. I really like the way this is laid out. A little overdone on the pretzels, perhaps.
That's a lot of pretzels.
Yeah.
So, my one note is that it looks very good, but one of the umbrellas is coming out of pretzels. It would appear, correct?
Yeah.
In the upper left, there is an umbrella coming out of
like
pretzels.
it blew away. It blew away and landed on the pretzels.
Right. So
as umbrellas famously do, of course.
Some questions there. Really, just like it's extremely diverse. Am I seeing turkey? I'm definitely seeing nuts. I'm seeing.
It looks like turkey.
Yeah, you're getting crackers, which obviously the crackers should be there, but I mean, so many pretzels. The best presentation so far for sure, but
yeah, presentation is on point. I'm into it.
Also a lot of questions.
I might be old-fashioned, but I kind of like to see a little board. I don't need the entire surface area covered up by items. I like a little bit. I like to see what kind of wood we're working with.
Dave respects wood.
Leave something to the imagination.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You respect wood.
Hey, so I was famously roasted on Twitter a couple weeks ago for my love of Triscuit crackers. What do you guys think about that? Because I feel like the Triscuit crackers are good.
All in.
Well, the problem is you're eating them by themselves without anything on them.
Good.
It's a palate play.
So I'm definitely going to steal It's a Blank play. Have you guys always been doing that?
That's
pretty new.
More of a Dave thing than an us thing, but yeah.
That's a pretty new one, and I hope you do
that quite a bit.
What I'm going to do is the safe thing of I'm going to workshop it in my day job, and then if it's well received, then bring it to a podcast where the stakes are definitely higher on a podcast than
you're gonna float a little test balloon at the 9 to 5.
Throw that out there on the TV, and then if it's well received, no letters, no emails, then Pete's getting it. Then we're giving it to Pete.
A letter to the editor.
It's a focus group play.
Oh my god. Oh, that's good. All right, let's do another one. Pineapple wins the leader in the clubhouse. I'll just say it.
We
got a lot.
Also, a lot of pickles on that last one. A lot of pickles.
Was it?
Yeah.
Hey, DJ, you like pickles, man?
I do.
Yeah.
Is that it?
Also enjoy. Well, we had this thing on
Yum.
when I made an appearance on their program once, and we talked about gum for a little bit, and it was really funny. You had to be there.
I just got it. Wait, what was why do we talk about pickles so much? It was definitely because of something like you didn't come in being like, hey, I'm going to force a weird pickles conversation. Because it was definitely my fault. But like, how do we get there?
Because dill pickles.
Oh yes, dill. Yeah, we did.
You were talking about all things Dylan.
We were doing Dylan on Dylan. So we said dill on sandwiches. How you feel about that? How you feel about dill on your sandwich?
Right.
I was just hoping you were just throwing out like hey man, so you like pickles?
Well, I kind of was, but I was doing it in the tone of a DJ Pete bit. So
that was
you had to be there.
It was a flattery play.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. It was a flattery play. Yes.
Famously, it was a flattery play.
We're mashing them together now. Look at this one.
This is stupid.
Look at this board.
We got
Okay.
yogurt pretzels now.
Oh,
Anything
yes,
goes.
Now we're talking.
I famously hate yogurt pretzels. They are so stupid.
What?
They're so dumb.
Oh man, look at that summer sausage though.
Dude,
That goes
I
hard,
do.
man.
I am a summer sausage guy through and through. Diverticulitis be damned. Give me the summer sausage.
Right. Okay.
What's up
I
top
don't
there?
I don't love the cheese variety or lack thereof. These cheeses
And-
look like they don't smell, they don't stink, and I like a good stinky cheese. You know what I mean?
Nice. Pita bread also is it's very good. Let's be real. That's major filler. And I'm not trying to. I know that this charcuterist certainly sprung on the type of pretzels they're bringing to the table. You got some nice pickles there too. Again, pickles very well represented, but I could do with less pita bread.
Yeah. Yeah, I would agree with that.
I do like the fruit, the berry medley that appears to be garnishing the upper middle part of the board. I think that's a good juxtaposition. So you have the saltiness, Dylan, from the various meats.
I know what
And
the
then you
word
have-
means, David.
No, don't just stop. Then you have the sweets from the berries and the way they hit
Right.
your palate. Chef's
Mhm.
kiss, Dylan.
Yeah, I hear you, man.
Oh,
Okay.
may I interject a quick Vizzy ad?
Sure.
So the first Vizzy ad that we ever did, Pete said that he did not say this as a joke, but it was the sweetest thing he's ever said. He said, "I'm a big fruit seltzer guy. I like fruit flavors on my seltzers, and Vizzy's like always bringing that." So
Wow.
the joke became like, "This ain't your meats and cheeses type of seltzer. Vizzy's bringing you fruit flavored seltzers."
Yeah.
So whenever we talk
You
about
what, you don't-
seltzers or Vizzy, we bring up meats and cheeses. So seeing all these meats and cheeses in a seltzer thing, I had to make the connection.
Fruit flavors is something you don't see with other seltzers. It's strictly.
They're
a
not
Vizzy
doing
thing.
that.
Yeah,
They're
you don't
doing
see
pickle
that
seltzer.
Hey Pete, or hey DJ.
kinda
Oh,
good.
I'm sorry,
That's cool.
DJ. You like Vizzy?
I do.
Yeah, that's pretty much all I got.
So that makes three of us, I suppose.
Anyway.
No, this is a good board. Again, I was confused, and I guess it is pita bread. It's different. I'll give you points for that. The yogurt pretzels are getting dinged. Other than that, a lot of it looks store bought, and that's fine. The summer sausage looks divine. Let's move on. Ooh,
Store bought as opposed to what? Like raise it on your own farm out back?
farm to table, Dylan.
Okay. I don't know if. Okay. I think most charcuterie boards are store bought.
You're not from down here. This
Okay.
one's got labels on it.
Oh wow! Look at the figs.
Are we getting potato chips there? And is the person in the picture putting on a belt? It looks like the person on the picture might be putting on a belt.
Or perhaps taking one off.
Or, yeah, doing something with the belt. Something's up with the belt there.
Mhm.
But let's keep it to the board.
Ooh, I like the pecans there. I'm a big fig guy. Everybody knows that.
Looks like some Chex Mix. No, those are pecans. I'm sorry.
Yo, if there was Chex Mix, it was going to be over. That was getting my vote.
And it does look like, well, what look like potato chips is labeled mild cheese flowers. I think it's what it says.
How you boys feel about marking up your charcuterie board? This person has really taken pen to paper, if you will.
Yeah, it's kind of a modern play on an old favorite. Because traditionally you didn't have a lot of people labeling the meats and cheeses. But
I
2022,
sort of appreciate it. I mean, I'm for the novice that attends your gathering, it might be helpful to like, oh, that's a mild cheese flower. I thought I was about to eat what I thought was a potato chip, and it's not.
Also,
it should be helpful.
Also, allergies. You reach in, you're like, what is this bowl of
Boom.
stuff? I've never seen this before. These are pecans. The reason I've never seen them is because I'm allergic to them. Thank you.
Yeah. You left your EpiPen at home.
Yeah.
It saves you a lot of trouble. Trip to the emergency room. Not cheap. Healthcare, not great, famously.
Yep.
Those are the kind of political takes we're getting off. Yeah.
Yeah, man. We like to push the envelope here, DJ.
Healthcare
right,
famously trash.
Look at this.
Whoa.
This.
Now here you're getting
Look at the berries.
a flower display from certain meats, and then a snake on other.
Yeah, it looks
meats.
like a little trail almost. Like, let me take you around this board real quick. And I love that.
Maybe this worm is saying, let me worm my way to these flowers and let me get in there. Maybe the meat's trying to eat as well.
I got to be honest with you. This one does things for me. Very much in on this.
I also like it's a very old school board. Dave, you said you want to see wood. You want to see wood. You want to be able to you want to let your mind run wild for a little bit, thinking what could be going on with that wood. And honestly, from once it starts, it don't stop. So it gives you a nice little border, but then once it gets going, it revs it up to 100%. It's doing the monster mash on you. You know it. You got some jelly.
Sorry to interject here. I have to agree with Drake Carson in the comments. The strawberry, you got to cut those strawberries, man. I don't want to have to like just bite the ends off and dispose of the stem there. I'm not here to do that. I'm here to just eat. You know what I mean? Thank you.
Yeah, Drake Carson did say that famously.
Famously,
looking at it right here.
Page. Yeah. It's an efficiency play, really.
I don't know if I like the flower, the origami crafted thing with the meats. I don't know if it kind of weirds me out a little bit.
Is it because you don't want to mess it up by taking a little piece of it, by taking a petal off and throw it off?
Yeah, that is part of it, Dylan. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I hear you.
It's a Japanese culture play.
I think that's what's happening here for sure.
Uh-huh.
This is a good board, though. Do we know what's in the
I
very
do like
middle?
this board.
What's in the silver little tin or the tin little cup there?
Oh, I don't know.
Some kind of a dipping. I don't know.
One small issue that I
pink sauce.
One small issue that I do have is from this angle, it looks great. But if you're putting your chin on the table and looking at it head on, as we typically do with our charcuterie boards, you are going to see that jelly jar is a lot taller than everything else, right? Doesn't it look like that thing's sticking way up?
It has a poor profile, is what you're saying.
And people will be talking about that.
Yeah,
you've got a couple of real heads.
That board was good, but did you see how tall that jam jar was?
That's exactly it. And you got headliners with the origami and the meat snake, but there are some dimensional questions that will be asked of your charcuterie board.
It's like when they start doing like new development around an old town square. And you've got like a 5-story building around like all these two, and you're just like, this is not right. You gotta get some restrictive covenants going here.
This person's put themselves in a jam, if you will.
Wow.
It was a humor play.
They chunked it with this one, man. With the jar.
All right, but what about that? What about this one?
Oh, look at that. Is that a real fire back there? Or
yes.
What is that? It's a cozy play for sure.
I'm getting the sense that this might have been a holiday board.
Yeah, this is big time. I'll even narrow it down to Christmas being the holiday. It was. Yeah. I think it was a Kris Kringle play.
Yeah, is it the stockings give it away? Yeah, they didn't whip this up today just for our little program here. I can promise you.
I will say this: of all the boards,
this
one's kind of sexy. Like this one, like looks like there was some stuff went down after this, maybe before, maybe during.
It's an aphrodisiac play.
They engaged in perhaps a little like Parks is next to me, but you guys know I'm trying to say. Don't make that sound.
Oh, it's a parental play. I understand what you're doing, Dylan.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah. I'm famously watching Nathan For You for the first time, and I've just reached the episode where he builds a rocket ship to lock children in hotels so parents can have sex with so parents can have sex on family vacations. Very funny.
Wow. Wow. You got to do what you got to do sometimes.
Very, very funny that,
All right,
that,
just
that Nathan Fielder.
Couple more.
Nice crop job on this one.
Ooh,
Yeah,
this one goes for
my
days.
phone was charged.
This is a long boy.
Yeah, this is a long.
There's a
play.
board on a board here, which you don't see too often.
Isn't that a Pat
table.
Green song?
Is that a table? Yes, Dave. Wave on wave, of course.
Dave, you'll know better than me. Are they showing too much skin on this one? I'm seeing a lot of wood, maybe too much wood.
Yeah, I mean, come on. Let's try to be a little bit more modest with your board.
There's
Okay,
also some sauce or dip directly on the greens. Are we seeing this? Right and around the middle of the picture, above the grapes.
I'm stuck on these little meat stick things. Actually, they're sticks wrapped in meat.
Those I would do.
To the northwest of the grapes there.
Okay. Those I would do. The sticks are unnecessary because it's understood that famously with charcuterie boards, it's a hand play, but I like the if you want to class it up.
I think what they're getting at, though, I think what they're doing is accommodating their friends who might have issues with germs. So maybe they don't want to touch it with their dirty hands. So it might be a germ play.
It could be a COVID play. It could be a new normal play.
Yeah, man. Hey, dude, we're all in this together.
Oh my God, you said it.
I will say, ever since you pointed out the glob of what looks like it could be applesauce or like peach jam or something, I don't like that it's there, just out there on its own little island. I need it in a container.
We've seen extremes.
It's quite globby.
Yeah, we've seen extremes of the height at which you can present your jams. It can be way too tall, or it can famously be as low as possible directly on the thing. In both cases, I wouldn't go as far to say that they chunked it, but I would have moved more towards the middle.
Facts.
Okay.
Tight.
You could tell Will had nothing to do with the production of this because the fact that I didn't even try to crop this is just so half-ass.
When do you think this picture was taken? Or oh shoot, wait, no, is this off your phone? Because it's 39 right now. So wait, so is it? No, it's 7:39 over there, right?
Yeah, it's 7:39 here right now.
All right, so I'm working with 8:39 in the Northeast. Did you know that?
Crazy.
I could have put that together. That's crazy, man. How that works.
Traditionally, that's how time zones work.
That's been a move of mine, by the way. I've been doing that at work. Every time we bring up a new subject, I just say to the co-host, "You didn't even know that," or "Did you know that?" It really it really cuts both of our legs off. It's a nice touch.
All right, one more, last board. Okay, not a good crop job again.
Come on, Dave.
I'm sorry.
Come on, man. Come on. I don't know what's going on in this one.
We were going to lunch after the show this morning. I'm sorry, I was in a rush.
You did not learn in the minute between the last one and this one, because at 9:40 you chunked it again.
A lot of greenery poking out here.
I do like the gradient background.
This one's fine. A lot of filler,
like lemon square looking thing in the foreground there.
Oh, you can't tell?
No.
Almost like I should have zoomed in on this one.
I mean, wait, are those? Are those blackberries?
They appear to be blackberries.
Those are very good berries. You ever have those? Those are very good.
Blackberries? Yeah, they're very common.
Yeah, I don't know. We were talking to someone earlier who hadn't had pecans before. They need them labeled.
Oh, so you're a pecan. That's how you say that word. Interesting.
I actually am allergic to those, so I don't say that word much. But do you
Way
say
to go,
pecan?
Dylan.
So you're allergic to saying the word too?
Yeah. Now how do you feel?
I'm sorry.
Hope you're happy, dude. Here we were.
Yo.
We had some good chemistry
I'm
going.
sorry.
Chunk of the millennium. My goodness.
Jeez.
This week
Just
in chunking
chunked it,
presented
man.
by Vizzy.
Sorry, DJ. Everything's a joke with this.
I personally have a clear winner.
All right, let's run through them real quick.
Okay.
This is just a dinner for 8. There's like one.
Right.
I mean, it's good. It took the person who sent this in. She did it all herself, I believe. And I did notice there's shrimp, big shrimp guy. But yeah, I don't know, man. The board itself is showing, I think, the proper amount of wood. But
presentation gets a 0 though.
No, I mean it's the only one with real fire, I believe. Because did we end up getting an answer definitively on that fireplace one? If that was real,
there's no way to actually know. So
let me see if they reached out to me via. Oh, that's embarrassing. That turns out that's a fake fire. Okay.
All right. So so there's only one that has real super fruit fire. So that goes in that one's, I guess, positive attributes was what I was looking for.
Yeah, that works.
Yeah.
What about this one?
I forgot about this one. That top one. If only I'll blame this on you, Dave, and say that maybe you just chunked the cropping on this one like the other ones, and that they didn't want the bottom part to be in it. Because if we only saw the top one, I'm saying, hey, that's a tidy 8 out of 10.
I do like the apricots though. Big apricot guy.
Do you say apricot?
Do you say apricot?
I say apricot. Yeah.
That's probably more correct. I don't know.
Did you know that?
Said both.
Did you know that the original director for Jaws, Dick Richards, was fired because he kept calling the shark a whale?
Yeah, we know, DJ.
All right,
everybody.
Good. Just making sure we're all on the same page.
I listened to the show.
Thank you.
Yeah, this one's good. It's look, and this is how they sent it in. I saved it to my camera roll, so this is what you get. But what about this one?
Wow, this one I didn't know how to. This one broke my
coming
brain,
in at a respectable second place for your boy.
Pretzels
I'm gonna go ahead
just everywhere.
I'm a pretzel guy, and the fact that they did not even include a yogurt covered pretzel makes me so happy. And just the little twist, the fruity twist of the pineapple. This is my winner. This is Dave's winner.
I'm not getting a lot of meat off this one, though.
Between the pineapple and the pretzel, there's some meat folds you'll see if you zoom in.
Yeah, I am seeing the folds, but
that's there are 2 sections of the meat, but you're right. There's not enough.
I don't like a board that's ashamed of its meat. Because really, it's kind of like sneaking the meat in there, is it not?
Right.
That's fair. That's fair. It should honestly be the centerpiece. And I'm kind of just mesmerized by the pineapple.
Is that a watermelon?
Yes, there's just a random. I noticed that. Yeah.
What's going on there?
It's just like, hey, remember watermelon? Well, there's none of it on this, but just wanted to let you know that watermelon exists.
We did have watermelon at one point. However,
didn't give it to you.
Not here.
It's just a good vibes play.
It's an educational play.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah. This one also was.
This is your pita bread, famously.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about this one?
Okay.
The chatty Cathy, just writing all over everything. This one I liked.
Like this person, they prepared for the party like 2 hours too early, and they had time to kill. Like, let's just start labeling stuff.
It's such a clean look, though.
Yeah.
And I know that those things are they're labeled as something else, but what are those crackers? From a distance, it kind of looks like they're chocolate chip cookies. So that's exciting as well.
Yeah.
It's got everything.
Oatmeal.
It would make my night.
Cookies.
It would make my night if there was just Triscuit crackers written out in white.
Yo,
Nothing
do you
better.
do the rosemary and olive oil Triscuit? Because those you can do without anything for sure. You can just raw dog those right in your face.
Yes, to be fair, I am doing the flavored ones, raw dog, right to my face.
Good. All right. I see no problem. Oh, this magnificent one.
This is a great board. Look, if somebody wants to make this their winner, I will co-sign that. This one's very good board.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
think
Dave, this is my winner. It's my winner.
Yeah.
I mean, despite the skyscraper of a jam jar, it wins for me.
Yeah, I'm
Dude,
pretty
can you
sure.
imagine the red tape they had to go through with the city to get a permit for that?
I lean this one unless before the end of it we see one with better meats. Because I'll tell you what, I've not been floored by the meats on a lot of these boards. I don't know what I'm expecting, but for whatever reason, I thought that there was going to be one that really just kind of knocked my socks off meat-wise.
I hear
So
that.
here's a question. Is summer sausage a regional thing? Or is that like across the country? Everybody just likes summer sausage.
I'd never heard of it until now.
Oh,
I heard it from
go.
you on this podcast. I know it's not a podcast,
Interesting.
but you're gonna start calling
Yeah,
every video thing I do a podcast.
It's summer sausage is big down in these parts.
What is it? What happens with it?
Oh, it's just sausage in the summer.
You fucking
I'm
kidding
gonna,
me?
I'm
What?
gonna give you a proper definition of it. No, it's got like cheese and stuff in it. Summer sausage is an American term for any sausage that can be kept without refrigeration until open. Summer sausage is usually a mixture of pork, but may be made or contain other meats such as beef or venison. But it also has like cheese in it. Am I wrong, Dave?
You can get jalapeno, you can get cheese in there. It's very popular if you're an outdoorsman. Let's say you get yourself a deer, part of the processing, they'll give you summer sausage. You can just pop it off with a knife, just eat it right off the knife like a pirate would. Traditionally, that's what pirates did.
Famously, yeah. Okay.
Hey, what's a pirate's favorite letter?
Probably R, right?
Yeah.
No, Dylan, it's the
Oh.
C.
This guy.
The C.
Come on.
I bet, dude. I bet you could
The
own
old
parts with
curveball.
that. I bet you could, like.
I'm gonna try it out on him, and I'm not gonna credit you at all. I'm just gonna own it. It's a
Saying when
dad
people
original.
ask, let them know. Dylan. Oh, this was the
Yeah,
sex one. Famously.
That one's not winning.
This is a couple. They got married at like 24, and like this is their first Christmas together, and they made this dope charcuterie board. It's not winning, but I respect it. It's a good vibe.
I think that's a pretty accurate read on it. I think you've clocked it.
Thank you. It's very specific.
Hmm.
This is the one oh yeah, this is the meat stick.
This one,
This
this
is a
one
good-
actually
this
might
is
be my number
good.
one.
It's the glob for me though.
Yeah, I said before they didn't chunk it with the glob. I can't live a lie. They chunked it on that, I think.
Yeah, it needs to be in some sort of dish.
Like, because on one hand, you're saying, hey, it's the new normal. We're putting meat on sticks. And I'm like, cool, I can get on board with that. Where might I find the dip? Oh, I just like poured some on my hand and just fucking did that. I know they didn't do that, but
I threw it at the board.
Yeah, somebody baby birded the glob right on there. Just the whole thing.
this still might. So this might be the only one that chunked it, but it still might be my winner because everything else I think is so well done.
Okay.
And then
Oh,
this one,
this
I
one.
probably
This one
wrong.
never had a
This one.
shot. And it's your fault.
This is my fault. No, I apologize.
That's a good looking board.
All right. So Dylan, I think me and you are this
I'm
one?
Jam Tower. This one.
This
Yeah,
is
that's
me, man. I'm
The
Jam Tower.
presentation. There's so many options. The presentation is great. It's full of good looking stuff. The only negative
those
really
big
is the strawberry
blueberries?
situation.
Are those blueberries? Those big plump
No, those
bad
are
boys?
those are black grapes.
Oh, are they?
Very, didn't know that
Yeah.
was a
So,
thing. No offense, Dylan, but how would you know?
my eyes are telling me.
You're famously colorblind. That's all
Eye
I'm saying.
test.
I am famously color challenged. Yes.
It's almost 8 o'clock. My son is in no way going to bed anytime soon. I don't know if y'all could hear him the whole time, but I apologize.
Parks has bedtime in 9 minutes.
Whew.
Hey, if this is your board, let me find it real quick. Is this one? If this is your board, please DM me. I didn't do a good job of keeping track on whose is who, but you win some washed media merchandise.
Ooh.
Ah.
Nice.
Very cool.
Very cool.
Well, that was fun, guys.
That was
It was.
Just a good, clean Shark week.
Yeah. What are you guys doing now? Want to hang out? What do you? You guys should hang out together now.
Stick around and talk.
I'm not in Austin, but you guys should go. You guys should go grab a beer now. Together.
We are both famously fathers and have kids that are going down, and it's just a whole situation. You know.
Hey, Alyssa's here, Dylan. I can just come over and hang out at your house.
So, oh man, no, it's like
sounds like a date. Sounds like a hang.
You probably couldn't find it.
It's a friendship
like,
play. I think
I've been there many times.
Oh yeah.
DJ, when are you coming down here? When are we gonna get you and Pete down here?
Sincerely, really want to do that. There was some talk at one point of Dylan. Do you know about this? You were having a party one day or something. Do you know about this part? You had a party. Do you know about this?
What? No.
All right. Well, at some point you were doing something. You were organizing something. It wasn't your wedding, but Brett was like, "Hey, Dylan's having people over for something." And
Master
like,
Sunday or Saturday?
Probably the big
Master
game.
Saturday.
That is what it was. Yes.
Okay.
Was that? Yes. And
oh yeah, and famously the Super Bowl. We had a Super Bowl party here.
So
it was either Masters Saturday or the Super Bowl.
It was definitely Masters Saturday, but I could not make it. But Brett had the very good idea that I go and surprise you, which, as I say it now, sounds way less cool. Because as he said it, I thought it was going to be like, I roll in, everyone's like, oh no, and like it's this whole big party and like throwing me up for he's a jolly good fellow. But now as I say it, it would be like, I'd get there and be like, I've never actually met you, dude.
Who's this guy? Why are y'all so excited for this guy?
Yeah, whoever saw me first when I walked in would be like, I don't know what that person is.
I would have jumped through a window with excitement if you walked through that front door. I promise you that.
So you would have seen me go through a front door and you still would have chosen a window.
Yeah.
Wow.
I wouldn't be able to control my excitement. Hey, we have mentioned going to Chicago for a meetup. And when we did, either you or Pete famously responded that you may join. Was it you that you may join us there? Okay.
We'll be there. Play? It's going to be a Bells play because I'm going to be there with bells on.
Okay. I love that. All right.
Hey, I just want to say to somebody in the comments, Luke, there's really no place for this.
Oh, come on, man.
Come on, dude.
It was never a thing, Luke.
It's not what they did not call him that.
No,
come on, Luke.
Dylan, of course, famously did not take summer classes.
No. Get out of here with that.
No, certainly not. DJ, where can we find your content?
Look, actually, as everybody's been having an issue with Instagram and how you don't see any friends anymore, for some reason, the last couple of days, I've really leaned into the terrible reels and making shit that doesn't make any sense and is stupid and will be shoved in front of people's faces. So I'm pretty proud of that. Instagram, you can type DEEEE and then at some point I'll come up. It's the worst handle in the world, but I can't change it because I have a stupid check mark. So if I change it, I lose it. It's going to be a whole thing. So anyway, please follow me on Instagram. I'd like to be able to do the swipe up thing. And then, listen to Brunch. It's Pete and I have been churning out the content. If you are a Better Call Saul guy, Pete and I are doing live after shows or post-game shows after every episode of Better Call Saul. And it's been a freaking party. People have been jumping in the comments, crazy theories, questions, compliments. Yo, so Kelly learned how to open a straw. That's the type of stuff you're getting on the
you won't find that anywhere else on the internet.
No one else is doing that. I'm actually...
No, you don't see that.
Would it be taking it too far? The next video I want to do is was Miss Piggy at the insurrection. And the answer is probably not, but can't tell if that's too far.
Miss Piggy at the insurrection. I don't see the vision quite yet, but I'm willing to have my mind changed on it.
Well, it's you work backwards from you start with a thumbnail where it's like a crazy question and then like a picture of that person, and then you work your way backwards. So what's like the most ridiculous question you could ask? And then you work your way back.
DJ, tagging you on Instagram, promoting this, your handle is a format nightmare. I totally
It
chunked
sucks. I know. I chunked it signing up.
I was like, oh, this is, I didn't really think about this. It's like 15 characters.
It's I still don't know how many. I take Instagram famously off my phone from time to time. And whenever I have to sign back up or sign back in, I have to Google my own Instagram because I don't know how many. There's just a million E's. It's the worst. And I only got it because I tried Deej. It was taken. I added another E. That was taken. And I just added E's until one was available. So there's someone out there that has like Deej with like 13 E's. What kind of crazy is doing that?
Have they kept it going?
Oh, I don't know if anyone did one after me. I don't know.
Probably so. Someone went through the same process you did. Like, come on, how many are there? And they have
I need you to change it to
like 28 E's in them.
At real Deej.
My Twitter
Like,
used
dude.
to be at real DJ Bean when I had like 13 followers because I don't know. That wasn't funny, but a lot of people back then did that thing.
Guilty as charged.
Then once you get like 1,000 followers, it's like, well, now I'm looking like a tough guy if my handle is real whatever. I was also famously late to the Instagram game.
Yeah. You kind of
Really?
chunked it on that.
I did, man.
But you still beat us to the check mark, so that's cool.
Y'all don't have check
really
marks.
Nah.
Do you want them?
Are you kidding? I dream of
It's
them.
not really about that.
Okay.
It is for me. That's what it's all about for me.
I think the funniest one of your group to have one would be I was gonna say Will, but then I think that Randy having one and nobody else having one would be really, really funny.
That would be funny. Yeah.
I don't know, something to think about.
But infuriating also.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you guys
Blokes,
enjoy your
this has
beer.
been fun.
Yeah.
will.
Well,
Enjoy hanging out
you the man,
together.
Deej. We love you. Thank you for coming on, man.
Anytime, boys. Anytime.
All right, my friend. We'll see you.
Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for submitting boards. Bye. Thank you, Vizzy.
Bye.